really short compared to you. Hello everybody and welcome to Banter Wars Series 2. Now, I'm here with my new expert on all things engineering. He's even got a boiler suit. So my name is Adam, I'm the Prime Minister of A Heap of Land, and you are?
I am Jim, the Vice President of A Heap of Land.
And you're here with a robot today actually in Heat A?
Yes.
What's it look like again?
Looks like a pint glass.
Looks like a pint glass. He loves his Doom bar, so he's got his own robot. How do you think it's going to do? You're up against Vidi HD first. It's a strange looking robot.
I'm quietly confident that
Yeah?
we'll get him through. Yeah.
He's got a big kicking axe.
Yeah. It'll be alright. No problems. It's fair, isn't it? It's going to win.
Yeah. So the way this competition works, I'm sure you're very familiar with these sorts of competitions, but we have 8 robots per heat. Today we have my mate Jim's robot, we have Girls Love Gaming, we have Rex Tanner, we have Loser Mitt, we have Vidi HD, and I think 4 more. So let's just get straight into it. Let's go. Hello and welcome back to Banter Wars. This is Series 2. It is so good to be back. We have 8 competitors. Each of these heats will work with the same format. There will be 4 head-to-head battles in the first round, going down to 4 robots that will face off against each other. Eventually, we will have a heat final containing the 2 robots that have progressed the furthest. The winner of that heads through to the grand final in episode 9 of this series. Today, we have a Russian, we have some swords, we have some beer, we have a footballer, we have the Minecraft player, we have a Pikachu head, we have a Dodo, and we have a beautiful love heart. Who can come out on top of this pile of misfits and miscreants today? First battle is Phantom Phoenix against Icarus AZ side's Swordmageddon. Now before we head into the ring, I must warn you about the Observer Bot. This is our resident refereeing robot. When in the arena, the Observer Bot acts to split up robots that have become stuck together, right robots that have been unfairly turned over, or generally just keeping things nice, balanced and fair. However, once an opponent is defeated, the Observer Bot comes into play as an effective combatant. If the competitor manages to defeat the Observer Bot, they win a certificate to demonstrate to the world that you've achieved the impossible by beating our Tape House robot. Let's get into the first battle of Series 2! Phantom Phoenix will certainly hope not to stall in this Heat A battle. All the way from Russia, or at least some part in Eastern Europe. This one has a saw blade at the front and an axe coming down from the back, but its main strength is in the anti-flip roll bars. If this robot is turned over, it can roll straight back onto its wheels and carry on. Though it does have this, it has a high ground clearance, and those weapons may not be the most effective in this competition, but we'll have to wait and see. Will Phantom Phoenix be put in its place?
Hi everybody, this is Phantom Phoenix and I have a variety gaming channel on YouTube with lots of different games and lots of different types of videos. Also, I'm not Russian. Allow me to introduce my robot. It is pretty big, it has weapons on both sides. There is a circular saw on one side and the small axe on the other side. But as we all know, it is not the size of the weapon, it's how you use it. Also, it is grey with a big red Soviet sickle fickle thing or whatever it's called. I don't know, because I'm not Russian. Also, as we've already seen, the flipping is a big vulnerability for these robots, and that's why my robot has these roll bars that will enable him hopefully to get back on its feet if it gets flipped over. So thank you very much for this opportunity and I hope you enjoy this. Not Russian.
Facing Phantom Phoenix in this Heat A battle is Icarus AZ side's Swordmageddon. This one has 4 vicious slicing blades at the front, originally just 2, but he wanted it upgraded and now they come from the side as well as the top. The main weakness of this robot though, if it comes up against a flipping machine, it might as well count it out, it cannot self-right. We hope you like the intros of this series. This is Phantom Phoenix lining up against Icarus AZ side. I seriously can't wait, let's get this going. Series 2 is about to begin. Phantom Phoenix and Icarus AZ side's robot come straight in together. Part of the roll bars have gone. That was quick. Phantom Phoenix roll bar has been sliced off by a cutting blade of Icarus AZ sides, Swordmageddon, and that could already leave it vulnerable if it gets turned over. But thankfully for Phantom Phoenix's robot, Swordmageddon has no active flipping mechanism, so it's looking unlikely that Phantom Phoenix will get rolled over. Another part of the roll bar's gone there. The circular sword blade does come in on the front of Dom Senshi, but look at those axes coming in. Vicious blades there already slicing Phantom Phoenix almost in half at the moment. There goes another roll bar there. The front is bent, buckled, and it's looking bleak for the Russian robot. But it has put Dom Senshi into the corner. It has got stronger pushing power, and this is worrying for Dom Senshi's robot. Sorry, I keep calling it Dom Senshi. It's the old username of this particular YouTuber. I'll make sure not to do that mistake again in the future. The sword blade is causing damage further, and both these robots are looking pretty worn. They're looking pretty battered. Now Phantom Phoenix pushes against Swordmageddon, pushes back, keeps pushing back. The pin is open, and Swordmageddon is on the edge, but Phantom Phoenix has pushed too far. It's gone in. Dom Senshi's robot falls in afterwards, but Phantom Phoenix fell in first. What a poor bit of driving that was from Phantom Phoenix. The Swordmageddon robot looked destined for the pit, but it landed on the edge, and Phantom Phoenix one step too far. Slow down, son. You're in the pit. You're out. Icarus AZ sides robot. The Swordmageddon is the first to progress. Oh, what a disappointment for Phantom Phoenix. And there goes our only Russian competitor from the competition, so commiserations to Phantom Phoenix. Swordmageddon progresses. And now we can move straight on to our second battle. It is the Vice President's Gym robot, My Mate Jim, versus the footballing Vidi HD. Let's all welcome Jim's robot. This one looks like a pint of Doom bar, a popular real ale here in the United Kingdom. It's armed with a pushing scoop and axe combo. The scoop to get under, the axe to cripple the opponents and take off bits of the armour. It is a strong pushing robot, but is also filled with alcohol, and likely it will be stumbling around the arena like a Scotsman on a Saturday night.
Hello, my name is Jim. I am Adam's cameraman normally. Also, I'm his random filming and drinking buddy. My robot is a pint of Doom bar, and it has an axe and a scoop on the front, and Vidi HD, I'm coming for you.
And to face up against the Vice President's machine, Vidi HD. This one is based on a footballer, would you believe? The axe blade works like a kicking boot. The other leg works as a shrimek. Despite the strong robot, the accuracy of the weapon is suspect. It is claimed as well that this robot is better than Wayne Rooney at playing football, though that's not particularly difficult to achieve. Let's find out what Vidi has to say about his killing machine.
At first, it was the rise of dinosaurs. And then, it was the rise of the humans. But now, if you go buy yourself a fresh baguette, you put some chicken in there, you put some cheese in there, some barbecue sauce, put it under the grill, and it's literally heaven on a plate. Yeah. And now, there are robots. So a heap of games invited me into the Banter Wars competition, and I don't take this lightly. I'm not there to make up the numbers. I'm not there to participate. I am there to dominate. Do you understand me? Right, is that good? Yep, sweet. Let's go get some relays.
Tension in the arena. My Mate Jim's robot against Vidi HD's footballing maniac. I can't wait for this. 3, 2, 1, off they go. My Mate Jim against Vidi HD. The kicking leg against the scoop pusher. It has got a lot of strength in that scoop, and the wheels underneath. Very strong robot, very capable of pushing opponents around the arena. At least that's what we assume. Vidi HD's robot is more reliant upon the kicking weaponry. It's now underneath My Mate Jim's robot and pushing. It's taking the wheels off the ground. My Mate Jim tries futilely to hit with that weapon, but Vidi HD has got My Mate Jim's robot in his grasp. Why isn't it firing the weapon? Fire the weapon, Vidi HD. You've backed off. Now my mate Jim comes back in on Vidi HD to attempt to push around. The pit is now open, so someone could potentially fall in there. And now the robots are head to head. It's a bit of a pushing contest here. The observer bot observes, as it's meant to do, tries not to get too involved in the action, but does split the robots if things do get a bit boring. It almost went into the pit there, did you see? Got to be careful there, observer bot. And you've got to keep out the battle while Vidi HD comes in the side of my mate Jim and puts some pressure on the alcoholic robot. How is my mate Jim's robot going to fare against the footballing menace of Vidi HD? It seems to be on top at the moment. I would say it's on top. The weapon is coming in on the back of my mate Jim, but the weapon is inaccurate and it doesn't get the strike. It doesn't get the vital blows in at the key moments. It's turned around and faces Vidi HD once more, maybe towards the drop zone. Things got a bit stale. The observer bot comes in to liven things up a bit. Vidi HD is taking damage from that weapon on the front of my mate Jim. They've both taken damage, but now my mate Jim has knocked it out. Vidi HD is conked out. The axe weapon on the front of my mate Jim has done the damage, and now it can take on the observer bot. But the observer bot is not to be messed with. It is a strong robot. My mate Jim's robot is through, but now it's getting pushed. It's pushed into the pit, and the observer bot spins in glory. My mate Jim progresses through after a tense, nervous battle against Vidi HD. It could have gone either way. The observer bot decides enough is enough and throws my mate Jim's robot where it belongs. Bad luck to Vidi HD, a good performance, but just not quite strong enough with the weapon. Vice President Jim's robot progresses through to the next round. And the third battle of Heat A, Loser Mitt versus the Rex Tano, could be an interesting one. So back in the arena again, we have Loser Mitt versus Rex Tano. Loser Mitt is a box robot, pure white, based on the Slender Man Minecraft character that he uses. And that is his main strength, Minecraft. But it does have the lifter on the front of the robot that's capable of turning opponents over. However, the weapon is small, and some would question the effectiveness of it. Can it build its way to a solid victory?
Loser Mitt here, and I will be facing off against what it looks to be soon-to-be loser, worse than me. But anyways, hi, I have a bunch of Minecraft videos, although I haven't been posting as much as I should lately, but I have been streaming a lot, so if you do check out my channel, there should be a Twitch link at the top where you can go and see if you actually like my Twitch videos. I may even stream on YouTube soon, it all depends. But I hope you enjoy the match, and let's make sure this guy loses a heap of games.
Next up is the considerably smaller Rex Tano, based on a Pikachu head for some bizarre reason. The weapon is a rotating spike that spins 360 degrees around the robot, and its ears act as wedges to tip opponents over. And it may not look like it, but this robot is in fact invertible, so it is immune to getting tipped over, which might give it the edge in this battle. However, the robot lacks effective weaponry. Let's face it, the spinning spike, not the most effective one there.
Hello, my name is Adam Marino, but you can find me on YouTube at The Rex Tano. My robot, it's a part of me, it's a part of my soul, but it has nothing to do with any of the games that I've ever played on my channel. So maybe it was a bad choice in design. Anyway, on The Rex Tano, we do a lot of different things. We play a lot of games, mostly Star Wars, but we do other games too. More interesting than I'm making it come out to be. Anyway, my robot is gonna take the opponent downtown. Anyway, it's gonna kick booty. Excuse the language. I'm gonna go now. Am I out of the shot? Am I out of the shot? Okay.
Loser Mitt and Rex Tano. Maybe not the ideal design, but it doesn't matter because this is Banter Wars and the only thing that matters is destruction. Let's go! Rex Tano and Loser Mitt come together in the centre by the pit release button. The spike weapon that spins around Rex Tanner's robot, you can see, is just... It's stopped now. It's stopped against the side of Losermit's robot. It's not doing much damage, but you wouldn't expect it to. It's not the most effective weaponry we have in the competition by a long way. But Losermit's weapon isn't doing anything either. The spinning weapon is now operating again on the Rex Tanner as the Observer Bot comes in and tries to lighten things up a bit. Come on, lads. There's a forklift weapon trying to get onto the Observer Bot, but the Observer Bot is indestructible, lads. Oh, what's happened here? Losermit's gone over. Something's happened there. I don't know. Maybe the collision of the weapons. But the Rex Tanner has managed to turn Losermit onto its side, and that could be vital in this battle. Losermit cannot self-right. It's getting pushed towards the pit very, very slowly by the Rex Tanner. Not the greatest pushing power behind that robot, but at the moment it would be on top were this to go to a judge's decision. That goes after 3 minutes. We have a special judge, by the way. He's a good lad. Rex Tanner now pushing Losermit away from the pits. Probably not the best idea. You probably want to push it into the pit, Rex Tanner. The Observer Bot trying to do something about this because it is getting stale again. Bit of a stalemate between these two robots. Now Losermit is back on the wheels and going back onto the Rex Tanner. But it cannot get that weapon under. The wedges at the front of Rex Tanner are stopping Losermit's robot from getting underneath, and it cannot use that forklift weapon at the front. Still on top, Rex Tanner, I believe. And if this were to go to a judge's decision, I'd fear the worst for Losermit's robot. The spinning spike on Rex Tanner is causing some damage to some degree, but it's stopped again. It's stopped on the side. It hasn't really got any power. It's back in operation, and now they're pushing against each other. This is a dull battle, and it's going to go to the judges. The Observer Bot has to do something here to kick things up a bit, but it's not going to happen. What a dull battle. And this one is going to go to the judges. Losermit had the initial push on the Rex Tanner. The spinning spike did limited damage, but at least it did something. Losermit didn't manage to get the weapon in at all. And then this happened. Losermit was thrown onto its side. I'm not sure what caused that, but it might have been collision between the weapons. I think this one's going Rex Tanner's way.
I, as the judge of Banter Wars, preside over the case of Losermit versus the Rex Tanner in this early stage of the Banter Wars competition. Losermit sustained lots of damage from the Rex Tanner's weaponry with little in reply. Losermit was turned over at one point during the battle and gave very little in terms of control or aggression. It is therefore this court's case that Rex Tanner shall progress into the next round.
So the judge decides that Rex Tanner progresses to the next round. Bad luck to Losermit, but it just did not cause enough damage. We have 3 of our competitors now into the next round, and we need one more. We have the Robo Dodo belonging to Game of Perfection against Girls Love Gaming. A Dodo versus a Love Heart. The Robo Dodo, seen previously in Banter Wars 1.5 and a grudge match. This one belongs to Game of Perfection. It has a sharp beak at the top. It has useless wings that really don't do anything at all, rather relevant to the type of bird that it is, and a swinging axe blade at the rear. This robot has increased stability since Banter Wars 1.5, so it's unlikely to get turned over as easily as it was last time. Can it pick its way to victory?
Hey everyone, I'm Game Infection and welcome to my Banter Wars intro. Now, I run a gaming YouTube channel mainly focused on Ark Survival Evolved, so feel free to check my channel out. And with my love of dodos, Adam has created me the Robo Dodo. Now, he's already failed his grudge match, but don't let that fool you. He's got a sharp beak, he's got a pickaxe that swings from the back, he's more stable than he was before, and he's got some useless wings. He's sure to be a banter favourite, and he's got a huge following waiting to cheer him on. So make sure you watch this Banter Wars to see this Robo Dodo in action.
Girls Love Gaming, a beautiful love heart of a machine. This one has rotating blades that aren't quite so beautiful. In fact, they're more malicious, more vicious, more dangerous. However, this robot does not have a self-righting mechanism, so coming up against flippers could be the weak point for this one. Came close in Banter Wars 1.5 Sumo, losing out on a viewer's opinion. Can this one win something this time around?
Hello, this this is Shanna from Girls Love Gaming, and I will be entering this season's Banter Wars. I have, in my possession, the most gruesome, the most intimidating, the most badass robot you have ever seen. Doesn't it make you tremble with fear? I thought so. That beautiful, sparkling trophy will be mine. Just wait and see.
Dodo, a beautiful looking machine. Girls Love Gaming 2, rather aesthetically pleasing. Battle of the pink and fluffy. Let's get into it. Who's going to get destroyed? Who's going to get ripped to shreds? I already have my opinions. What are yours? Dodo and Girls Love Gaming come together, and those rotating... Game of Perfection's Dodo. The weapon's far too high up to attack. Girls Love Gaming, I'm not sure if it's going to try to use the swinging axe at the back, but Girls Love Gaming is so low to the ground that sharp beak will not have much of an effect. Girls Love Gaming is attacking, and the wheels come off. A wheel has come off of Dodo, and that could have a serious effect on the stability of the robot now. And there goes another part. The entire front set of wheels is being taken off by Girls Love Gaming. That could be it. It could be over. Girls Love Gaming looks set to win this one as those sharp weapons take off the entire front of Dodo. Oh, the poor thing. But at least now maybe it can get that sharp beak in action. Oh, the thing's torn to shreds. It's torn to shreds. There's bits all over the arena. And Dodo is getting attacked even more, but the Observer Bot is on its back. What's happened? The Observer Bot, our indestructible machine, has been destructed. It's on its back against the arena wall. It can't turn itself back over. A bit of a design flaw. Dodo taking some more punishment. Girls Love Gaming has destroyed everything so far, and it's barely a minute into the game. It's won. Dodo's dead. Observer Bot's dead. It's a double victory for Girls Love Gaming. Sat on the fire. Oh, what a victory. What a performance from Girls Love Gaming. One wheel off, two wheels off, and then the Observer Bot to top it all off. Onto its back. Dodo left in pieces. A great performance by Girls Love Gaming. Unfortunate for the Dodo, it's a great little competitor, but Girls Love Gaming really shone there, and it goes through to the next round. And in that next round, it will be my mate Jim versus Swordmageddon, followed by Girls Love Gaming against Rex Tano. Bring it on! So those were the first four battles.
I've got a Keisha in my
You've got a Keisha. Keisha, you're not part of this series. We have a dog in shoot. Right, Keisha. Maybe she wants to have a comment on the battles, but we have had the 4 first round battles, and we did discuss that they weren't the most entertaining of battles, unfortunately.
No, they seem to be a bit slow. Lots of pushing and shoving.
That's basically it.
That's all it is.
Stalemates. But we did get 4 robots through. Unfortunate for the 4 that went out. The most destructive one so far, probably Girls Love Gaming.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's totally ruined.
Absolutely ruined the Dodo, which is a brilliant looking robot. But Girls Love Gaming, fantastic performance there. Your robot did well.
Yes, I'm happy with that. I'm through.
I was
on to the next round.
Must have been a bit worried when it was on top of Vidi HD.
Yeah. You think if they drive out a bit more control, we might have got into the pit. But lucky.
Not the best drivers in these, are they?
No.
No. So, who's going to go through the next round? We've got, I think we've got your robot against Dom Senshi.
Right,
Icarus A said side.
Yeah.
With the 4 swords. How's that going to go?
I'm still confident. I'm still quietly confident
against
about
those 4 big swords.
Yeah, well, can't catch it, can't hit it, can they?
Yeah, to be honest, Phantom Phoenix should have beaten that one. It almost had Dom Senshi's robot in the pit.
Yeah, that was a lucky break, I think, for Dom Senshi.
A very lucky break. Couldn't get through past yours, we'll see. Girls Love Gaming against the Rex Tano, quite similar robots. Who's going to win? We'll have to wait and see.
The game of spinning spikes there.
Yeah. Before we go on to the next round, correct judge's decision for Rex Tano over Losermit?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I quite agree with the judge with that one. I do think that's how it should have gone.
Yeah, so we're all unanimous on that one. Let's move on to the second round battles. So we're back in the ring. My mate Jim's robot and Icarus AZ side with the 4 ninja swords. The first of our 2 semi-final battles in this heat, and off they go. My mate Jim and Icarus AZ sides sword Mageddon head to head straight from the start, and both weapons come slamming in. The little axe of my mate Jim and the 4 mega swords of sword Mageddon, well fitting for its name. And now they separate, come against each other. My mate Jim rather foolishly going for the observer bot, which should be staying out of the action. Now sword Mageddon getting a side-on attack on my mate Jim, and that could be very dangerous. The observer bot just making things all right in there. My mate Jim now throws an attack in on the front of Don Senshi's robot. Sorry, Icarus AZ side's robot, and there seems to be issues here. Icarus AZ side's robot is rather weak in the armor department, and I think that my mate Jim is taking advantage of that. And now they're coming again, and my mate Jim's immobilized it. Icarus AZ side is out. My mate Jim progresses through to the next round and now comes in on the observer bot, but it's dragged near the pit, and I think this could be it now. The observer bot just needs to push. My mate Jim's robot is on the edge. A spin of victory from the observer bot, and it's going in right now. Icarus AZ side's robot quick to break down under pressure from the axe blade of my mate Jim. The armor needs to be strengthened for next year, I think. That was quite weak. The little axe of my mate Jim, small but deadly, though still not quite enough to beat the observer bot on second attempt. My mate Jim through to the heat final. Icarus AZ's robot, Sword Mageddon, drops out at this stage. Next up, Girls Love Gaming and the Rex Tano. Girls Love Gaming with the beautiful love heart, Cupid's arrow through the middle, and Rex Tano, based on a Pikachu's head. I don't think it's even relevant to his channel, but oh well. His spirit, his soul, resides in this robot, and in it goes into battle. Will it come out victorious against the pink predator that is Girls Love Gaming's robots? They both come together, and the only weapon that seems to be moving at the moment is the spike from Rex Tano, and it's scraping, scratching, touching the sides of Girls Love Gaming. It doesn't cause too much damage to this weapon, and Girls Love Gaming has got to come back into this battle though, because that weapon hasn't done much to the side of the Rex Tano quite yet, though there is dents appearing on the wedge-shaped ear of the Rex Tano. It's another tight contest though. No one's really got the upper hand when it comes to pushing power, and now both weapons are stuck. It's hard to say who's taken most damage at the moment at this point in the battle, but the observer bot tries to keep it a bit more entertaining, tries to liven things up. Quite similar robots, these two, both with spinning weapons, just as the Vice President pointed out. Very similar, and it's going to be tough to find out who's the victor here. It could go to a judge's decision after 3 minutes of battle. The observer bot split them up. Now they're the other side of the arena. Tried. Yes, that's right, observer bot. Don't let them on the arena flipper. Got to keep things fair in this competition. But the more we keep it fair, the more likely it's going to go to a judge's decision, because not much is happening at the moment. And while nothing is happening, I think this is a good time to say, remember, if you like this episode, like, subscribe, comment and share. Really helps our stuff. And now we're back to the action. The spike on the Rex Tano, not touching, not even getting anywhere near Girls Love Gaming's robot. The wedges on the front aren't getting underneath. It hasn't got enough drive power to get underneath the sides of Girls Love Gaming. That could be an advantage to Girls Love Gaming here. I think it's causing more damage. The front of Rex Tano is looking quite heavily damaged, as opposed to Girls Love Gaming, which has received a few spikes to the sides, a few scratches here and there. But there's not much there at all. And Rex Tano is looking mutilated, is looking damaged. I think were it to go to a judge's decision at this stage, we'd be looking at a Girls Love Gaming victory. In a tangle again. Observer bot has got a job to do here in separating these two robots. It's a complete stalemate. No one's getting the upper hand in this. So Observer bot comes in again, push them away from each other, get a few attacks in. The Rex Tano comes in on the side of Girls Love Gaming. A good bit of aggression, but the weapons come off. The Rex Tano weapon has dropped off. Finally some action in this battle. An assault from Girls Love Gaming just before we come into the judge's decision has taken the weapon of the Rex Tano, and that could be massive in terms of who comes out on top of this battle. It goes to the judge's decision, and though it was a rather tame affair, it comes out with Girls Love Gaming, the entire robot intact, but the Rex Tano loses the weapon, the spinning spike on the front of the robot that spins 360 degrees, and that could be a massive blow to the robot's chances in coming through the judge's decision. We'll go to the judges now to get the final verdict.
We have looked at the evidence for Girls Love Gaming versus the Rex Tano. This is the Rex Tano's second appearance in this courtroom. And we noticed that Girls Love Gaming caused far more damage to the shell of the Rex Tano. Not only that, but the Rex Tano's main weapon, the spike weapon, was removed at the end of the battle by Girls Love Gaming. So, the joint amount of damage, plus the aggression and the loss of weaponry, we have no choice but to give this to Girls Love Gaming. Onwards to the next round. Dismissed. Rex Tano.
What a tight contest! Girls Love Gaming and the Rex Tano. Both very evenly matched robots, but it's Girls Love Gaming, after taking the weapon off of the Rex Tano, who progresses through to the Heap final. And that looks like this. My mate Jim and Girls Love Gaming. The Vice President's robot putting in a good performance so far. Maybe not quite as good as Girls Love Gaming's performances though. It could go either way. Let's hear from the lads. So now we've had the round 2 battles and you're through to the final.
Yes, I'm happy with that. But I will get the observer bot one day.
Yeah, you will. Well, maybe.
Well,
Maybe. We can't be too sure.
it's going to go.
It's tricky. Girls Love Gaming's already beaten the Observer bot, which means Girls Love Gaming will be getting a certificate. Did she beat the Observer bot this time? Was it this time or... No, she didn't. It went to a judge's decision.
Yes.
Was that a correct decision?
I think so. I think there was more damage done to Rex. But
Weapon came off as well. Yeah.
It doesn't help matters. It really doesn't.
So again, we think that's the right decision. The judge is on form today. Will he be used again for the Heat final? How's that one going to go? Girls Love Gaming, your robot.
It's going to be a lot tougher, I think.
Two very different styles of robot.
Yeah. Let's see, shall we?
Yeah, and we've got the Sumo before that as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So let's go watch that. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sumo Arena for Banter Wars Series 2. It's the same as before in Banter Wars 1.5 and Banter Wars 1. We have the claws at the sides, we have the flame grills, and we have our competitors. Tally Ho, a robot from Mr. Bradley White, the guy in the black and white videos that the channel occasionally does. It has 2 crushing lances at the front that can also be used as flipping weapons. Though it has got a compact, sturdy design, this robot does have vulnerable wheels. And though it is steam-powered, we hope it doesn't go up in smoke. Opposing Bradley White's robot is Twig, returning from Series 1. Twig, the Horpagear, has built a much improved robot from the first series. It now has 3 huge spike blades on the front. It has a higher top speed, but it still has stability problems, which could be the major weakness in this sumo competition. Previously, in Series 1 of Banter Wars, the robot came up against the eventual winner, the PM's Pulverizer and the Shin Botherer. It kept well out of the action for the first part of the match, but then got beaten up rather severely by the PM's Pulverizer. In the second round, it was against Mario's robot, It's a Me. It was a no contest. It's Me was all over Twig, and it ended without even going to a judge's decision. Can it perform better this time around? We're all set to go for our first sumo. 3, 2, 1. The sumo begins. We have Tally Ho against Twig. I don't know how Twig's going to attack, being a pacifist. As this come flying off the back. What happened there? Twig just seemed to go. It left. It ran away. Pacifist intentions, I'm sure. It's gone flying backwards off the edge of the ring. Tally Ho follow, but it will be Tally Ho that goes through. What poor driving by Twig. And that leaves Bradley White's robot the winner of this first sumo battle. And that means there's nothing left in this episode except to go to the Heat final. My mate Jim and Girls Love Gaming. So that was the sumo.
Yeah. There's not a lot that can be said about that.
The driving was
Appalling?
different. I'll call it different.
Appalling.
It sort of got stuck in reverse gear. But that's sumo for you. And those robots are not included in the Series 2 battles themselves, but we will have that side competition. Tally Ho's robot will be going through to the final.
Oh, yeah.
Which will be in the grand final of this series. So, we've got the big battle next.
On to the final.
Let's final.
Go.
So we're into the first Heat final. Girls Love Gaming versus my mate Jim's beer-themed robot. It's a tight call, but we will have a winner and the first grand finalist into the last episode of Banter Wars Series 2. As always, the robots are straight in on the action. Girls Love Gaming and my mate Jim, the strongest robots in the Heat so far. But it's looking like a stalemate again. No one's really doing anything. I don't think the weapon on my mate Jim's robot can quite get to the body of Girls Love Gaming. There's a little groove at the front of Girls Love Gaming's robot, that top of the heart, and the axe is missing. It's not getting near the robot. It's not causing damage, and that could be vital, which means that my mate Jim's robot is going to have to do a side attack somehow. Can it do that? I'm not sure. It's not doing it at the moment. At the moment, it's a bit head-to-head. Girls Love Gaming will cause more damage if it stays this way. At the moment, it's leaving scratches on the scoop, but little more. And that's it. The Observerbot's just going to have to do something about this. This is getting boring again. Where's the action teams? And now Girls Love Gaming is on the side attack. We've seen this before, my mate Jim. It's vulnerable at the side. It needs to get around it. It needs to attack Girls Love Gaming. It needs to do something about this, because at the moment, I'd say Girls Love Gaming is on top. My mate Jim coming on the frontal again, but it's not getting that axe in. I don't think there's been a single blow. It hasn't hit the thing once. And now the pit's open. And the scoop's gone. Girls Love Gaming's taking the scoop off and pushes. And my mate Jim's on the edge. A fish comes out of nowhere. And Girls Love Gaming has pushed my mate Jim's robot into the pit. And it's all over. Girls Love Gaming's robot is through to the grand final. What happened there? It was rather even till at the start. Nothing really was really happening. Girls Love Gaming had a couple of side-on attacks. My mate Jim wasn't doing much at all, let's be honest. And then the scoop came off. The fridge came down, and Girls Love Gaming pushed my mate Jim's robot into the pit. The Observerbot did have to clean up the mess afterwards. They were both in the pit. But Girls Love Gaming is through to the Banter Wars Series 2 Grand Final. What a disappointing performance from Vice President Jim's robot. Did not even get a single axe blow in on Girls Love Gaming. I'm sure we'd like to hear what he says. Let's go hear him now. Fantastic Heat final. What do you say?
Yeah.
Go on, I'll let you vent about that. What went wrong?
Well, as soon as I lost the scoop, that was it, wasn't it? I couldn't do anything about it.
You know, yeah, the pushing was pretty equal up until that point, and then as soon as the scoop went, it just pushed you backwards.
Yeah, seemed to have some traction issues after that.
And you couldn't get the weapon in either.
No, I think I'll go back to the drawing board with this one.
You are going to go back to the drawing board.
Series 3 is going to be completely different, I think.
You're going to go out the first round?
No, I'm going to the final of Series 3.
But we can't take away from Girls Love Gaming, who goes through to the grand final.
Nice, yes, well done. Congratulations.
A good little robot. It's been damaging all the way through, especially on Robo Dodo. It was brutal. And then it took off your scoop. Sorry again. But it's through to the grand final, so congratulations to Girls Love Gaming. Any final words before we go?
See you next time.
Yeah, that's good final words. Next time we've got 8 more robots competing for the second place in our Banter Wars grand final. We'll see you there. Next time on Banter Wars, AJ Pats with the superb troll weapon. Yaus, the foreigners champion. Carnival Crusher, a Game Tech Mods competitor. And we have Millimate, the propeller from the Netherlands. Have you enjoyed this episode of Banter Wars? Please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share if you did. Remember, the more you share, the bigger the show becomes, the better it becomes. Submissions are open for Series 3. If you're interested in entering, please either send a PM to the Prime Minister on Aholt's Twitter or go to watch the entrance video given in the description below. If you want to keep up to date with Banter Wars action, go to the Banter Wars Facebook page or go to the Banter Wars wiki, which is given in the link below. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye.